The air in our Raleigh, North Carolina home felt heavy, the kind of weight that settles when trust begins to erode. I'm Daniel Harper, 40, a logistics coordinator who'd built a decade-long marriage with Sarah, 37, a marketing manager whose charm once lit up my world. But lately, her behavior had shifted. Late nights labeled client dinners, new designer dresses for office morale, her phone guarded like a vault. I wanted to believe it was stress from her high-pressure job at Apex Creative, but my gut whispered betrayal. One humid evening, as she left for another late meeting, I followed, my heart pounding like a war drum. From the shadows of my car, I watched Sarah stride into a dimly lit wine bar downtown, not with colleagues, but with her boss, Richard Vance, 45, a married executive with a polished reputation. She leaned close, laughing, her hand grazing his arm, their intimacy slicing through me. My blood boiled, but I forced calm. Anger was reckless. I needed proof. Over weeks, I became a ghost in my own life, collecting evidence, screenshots of flirty texts from R on her phone, photos of their candlelit dinners, recordings of late-night calls where she giggled like a schoolgirl. I stored it all on a hidden drive, my silence a weapon she never saw coming. The breaking point came one humid Thursday. Sarah returned from a meeting, her eyes bold, almost defiant. Over dinner, she looked at me and dropped a bomb. "I slept with Richard," she said, voice dripping with venom. "That's why you can't touch me." Her laugh was sharp, cruel, as if she'd won a twisted game. She sauntered out, leaving me frozen, her words echoing like a slap. But instead of rage, a cold smile crept across my face. She thought she'd broken me. She had no idea the storm I'd unleash. The next morning, I visited Richard's office at Apex, his corner suite reeking of arrogance. He was all smiles until I slid an envelope across his desk. Photos, texts, recordings, undeniable. "I wonder what your wife, Ellen, would think," I said, voice steady. His face paled, sweat beading on his forehead. "You're bluffing," he stammered. "1 week," I said. "Confess to her, or I will." He tried to negotiate, offering me money, a promotion, anything to keep me quiet. I walked out, letting his panic simmer. At home, Sarah strutted, oblivious, bragging on calls to friends about her power over me, how Richard promised her a corner office. I played the dutiful husband, cooking her favorite meals, asking about her day, my silence masking the gears turning. I'd already consulted a lawyer, transferred funds to a protected account, and secured a new apartment. My plan was a chessboard, every move calculated. On the 7th day, I made my move. I invited Ellen Vance to our home, saying it was urgent. She arrived, poised but wary, her silver hair pulled tight. I handed her a folder, every damning piece of evidence, meticulously organized. Her eyes scanned the photos, texts, hotel receipts. No tears, just fury hardening her features. "Thank you," she said, voice like ice. "I know what to do." That evening, chaos erupted. Ellen stormed Apex's office, confronting Richard in front of stunned colleagues. Her voice carried through glass walls, shredding his reputation as directors intervened. By morning, the story was viral on X. X's affair with employee rocks Apex Creative. Richard was suspended, his career in tatters. Sarah came home screaming, her face red with rage. "You ruined everything!" she shrieked, accusing me of sabotaging her promotion. I stayed calm, sliding divorce papers across the kitchen counter. Her jaw dropped. "You think you can walk away?" she spat. I smiled, cold as steel. "No, Sarah, you're the one leaving." My lawyer had ensured the prenup's infidelity clause kicked in. She'd get nothing. No house, no savings, no alimony. Her boldness crumbled as reality hit. She begged, tears streaming, swearing it was a mistake, promising to end it with Richard. But her words were ash. She'd chosen her path long ago. I moved out that night, her sobs fading behind me. The air outside felt sharp, clean, like waking from a fever dream. The fallout was swift. Ellen filed for divorce, taking Richard's assets in a brutal settlement. Apex fired him, his golden boy image shattered. Sarah became a pariah, her affair the talk of the industry, her job prospects gone as companies shunned the homewrecker. Her friends ghosted her, her family distanced themselves, ashamed. She tried texting me weeks later, apologies laced with desperation. "I'm sorry, Daniel, I was wrong, please talk to me." I didn't reply. My silence was louder than her screams. I rebuilt with purpose. A promotion at my firm came, earned through my own merit, no shortcuts. Colleagues admired my calm handling of the betrayal, some even sharing their own stories of being underestimated. I started running again, the trails by the Eno River clearing my mind. Therapy helped me untangle the grief, not just for the marriage, but for the man I'd been. Too trusting, too willing to ignore the signs. The pain lingered, a scar, but it fueled me. Sarah's laughter that night, meant to wound, had lit a fire. Not of rage, but of resolve. I didn't need to shout or fight. My revenge was quiet, precise, a storm that left her empire of lies in ruins while I stood untouchable. As I sit in my new apartment, the city skyline glowing through the window, I smile, not at her fall, but at my freedom. Her betrayal burned away the illusions, and from the ashes, I built a life that's mine alone.